Alright, so we got here to Woodburn and things are a little different today. We are not running the Black Widow. We had some injector issues and some wideband issues, so we decided it wasn't worth potentially causing a major failure. So instead we're going to be running this brand new minty fresh 2023 VB WRX. And this is the car that we just did the video the other week on with intake and exhaust and an intercooler, and that's it. And then a lot of tuning work. So we're going to see what it does on the quarter mile as a good baseline, as this car is going to continue to grow over the next couple of years. We're going to see some major, major changes, but for now it's pretty stock. We got the ETS intake, ETS intercooler, if you notice a theme here. There's an ETS catback exhaust, and that's it. So we're going to see what it does in the quarter mile and just have fun. Basically, this event kind of got changed a little bit. The event organizer ended up not being able to make it, so we're just doing a test and tune as opposed to the actual race event that we had planned, or that they had planned. But should be a good day. You got Team English Racing just right there. We got the old Gold Digger. Now this is a pretty spicy car. Let's take a look at it.
Well, they're doing the WRX GT at 29, and it was 6,000 off MSRP. So he was like,
quite a bit of a different car here than the old 23 WRX, but you know, it'll be fun to see the two race. This car is just a street car, but it is on a Haltech engine management. But it is, oops, that door's locked. It is a full interior street car, and it just goes fast and starts and drives and runs great. And yeah. Well, I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear me, but the tower lost power, so we're just waiting here, which is like worst case scenario for a car with a top mount, because it's just going to sit here and heat soak. So it is what it is, but it's definitely not ideal. So first hit ran a 790, oh whoops, sorry, ran a 13.1 at 105. We hadn't really looked at the car since it got loaded up and we brought it down here, and the trunk was full of every spare part that comes with the car. So the exhaust, the intake, the intercooler, all the floor mats. So yeah, we had a bit of extra weight, and it was just the base tune that we had on there from the intakes. So what I've done is I've added a little bit of boost up top to try to, go a little faster. So we'll see what it does with less weight and more boost. It's not a drag car, but, it's fun to find out what it'll do.
Sudah ku coba ku buang jauh-jauh, bayang-bayang di depan mata berkabut dengan memori. Sudah ku coba untuk melupakan dirimu. Kisah tinggi langit dan sedalam samudra, aku takkan bisa lepas darimu. Seberapa kuat pun mencoba untuk melawan, aku takkan bisa lepas
Picked up 3 miles an hour, that's me on the left. Went up to 108.43, but I spun super hard on the launch. So airing the tires up to 42 PSI was a little too spicy. So I had a 186 on the first pass and a 219 on the second. But mile an hour came up, so we're going the right direction. if I can get the 2 passes together, we should probably be in the high 12s, which would be great. Yeah, should be good. Going in the right direction. So the first pass was that 13.1 at 105, and this last one we just did, which was pass number 3, 12.9 at 107. We bogged pretty hard on the launch, but the car comes out of a bog pretty well. So the first launch we had some wheel hop, pretty good 1.860. The second launch, the slip's down there, but it was a 2.1 because we spun, and this last one we bogged to a 1.9. The fact that this car can bog that hard and just come back onto power like it never even happened is impressive. Usually when you bog on a Subaru, your 60s are well in the 2s. So hopefully we can get down a low 1.8 or a 1.7 on a good launch and have similar mile an hour. Getting pretty bad heat soaked because we're stuck in the staging lanes for so long. And while we like top mount intercoolers on the street and doing things like autocross, when you're parked in a staging lane for 30-40 minutes and there's no way to get airflow over it, you end up with just a heat soak scenario. So if you look at the log, we just had 142 degree intake temps when we started getting in the log there. So not what we want, but honestly, that's what we're gonna get today. So we're gonna try to get the intercooler a little colder on this run.
Let's go pop, 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 bang!
Yeah, there we go. 12.6, 109.
Factory clutch might not be good for drag racing and launching and making, you know, 400-ish foot-pounds of torque, because that's probably pretty close to what it's making right now.
That
so
1-2 shift,
in the future, yeah, it wasn't 1-2 shift. It just went to red line on the clutch.
Oh, so the clutch.
The clutch, yeah.
Okay.
It just can't hold it in first now, and I didn't try to slip at that time. It might be hydraulic though. Definitely could be a hydraulic issue.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it happens.
It's what happens when you race a stock car.
Stock car.
This car has some sort of like
Damper, it does.
yeah that people delete.
Built into the pedal assembly, into the slave cylinder and all that.
Yeah, but I've heard people are deleting it.
15 plus, I'll have it.
Because I came off the clutch pretty fast on that pass, and it just revved up to red line.
They have that,
and
so
I didn't feel like I
nobody
was
can
spinning.
sidestep it and throw
Yeah.
the drivetrain out of it.
Yeah, so whatever this factory clutch delay thing is, we're gonna sort that out and make this thing run a little better. But yeah, pretty good times. We had a 12.6 was our best right there. 12.6 at 109.02. I was kind of hoping for about a 111, 112 on the mile an hour, but with the heat soak today, we're just not able to get there. I think if we switched to a front mount and we fixed the heat soak issue, we wouldn't be having the low mile an hour. So it's not terrible, but it's not great. But yeah, 12.6 out of a basically stock car, pretty good. Just wanted to show once again what's actually done to the car. ETS intake, ETS top mount, stock J-pipe. Anybody wants to see that, it's stock down there. And then it just has an ETS catback exhaust, and that's it. Super stock car. It's got some wheels and tires, pump gas 92 octane. It's got all this aero stuff, which is definitely not helping for drag racing, but we didn't want to take it off, so yeah, it's got little spats and canards and all kinds of stuff.
Autocross tires.
It's got autocross tires, still has mufflers. And yeah, nice sticky autocross tires, which don't really do the best for all-wheel drive drag racing. But all in all, it makes the car really fun to drive. And it's like I said, it's a mid 12-second car, just out of the box with very minimal modification.